Hey everybody, Ron here. Today I'm going to cover the 4 reasons why I am excited about the Once and Future Kang, which is the next scenario pack to come out for Marvel Champions. So the first reason I'm excited about this scenario pack is the structure. Now, you know, in Marvel Champions, typically you play 2 stages of the villain to defeat them and win the game. Well, in this version, this scenario, there are 3 stages. Your first stage is a standard stage where you play a standard game, you beat Kang. But then he plays a dirty trick on you and sends you through the time stream, splitting the heroes up. Where you all go and face a different challenge in a different period of time. And once that is done, whether you win or lose individually, then you come together for a final confrontation. Now that second stage, when you're split, there's no cooperation. You are essentially playing a solo game. So if there's 3 of you playing, you perhaps could end up in the realm of Rama-Tut, or maybe you can end up in the Chronopolis. And there's other schemes as well. Either way it goes, you're on your own, facing that particular Kang. You have to win or lose on your own merits. The great thing about this game is that it is a multiplayer game. So what you'll do is, one player might focus on really doing damage. Another player might just focus on protecting themselves, protecting their allies. Another player might focus on thwarting. Well, when you split up, you have to do all of that stuff on your own. And that makes for a really interesting game, really challenging game. And then finally, the third stage, after all that's done, you come together for a final confrontation. As I alluded to, there are different Kangs. So your first stage, you're just facing Kang the Conqueror. But then stage 2, you could end up facing Kang the Scarlet Centurion, who hits really hard, but has no base scheme value. Or you could face Iron Lad, who has 1 scheme and 2 attack. He has Retaliate 1. They have different strengths. The schemes also do slightly different things. So this is, like I said, it's pretty cool. I like the different Kangs at the different stages. I mentioned Iron Lad and I mentioned Scarlet Centurion. There's also a Mortis and a Rama-Tut, as I mentioned, the realm of Rama-Tut. Now, if you're playing solo, you'll just randomly determine which one of these versions of Kang and time periods you'll visit. So it's not as cool of a game. It's a multiplayer, but it's still pretty cool. The third thing I want to talk about that I'm excited for is the Master of Time modular set. Not only do you have all these different Kangs in this scenario version, but you also have a modular set with the Kang, the Master of Time. And you have Kang, the Master of Time, as that version. Instead of being a full villain, Kang, the Master of Time, is just a minion. But he's a tough minion. He has 6 HP. He has the elite and temporal keywords. 1 scheme, 1 attack. Okay, no big deal. But here's the thing. He has toughness. All of them have toughness. And then he also has villainous, which is a new keyword. A villainous keyword means when this minion activates, give us a boost card. It's like having a villain. So you can see Kang randomly pop up in Rhino's scenario. When Rhino's breaking and taking, all of a sudden, Kang pops out of the timeline and starts messing things up. And that's pretty cool. In addition, Kang the Master of Time gets +1 scheme and +1 attack for each obligation in your play area. By the way, we'll talk about obligations in a minute. So this is really cool. You could be playing this Kang Master of Time modular set with the Once and Future Kang scenario. So you can have multiple versions of Kang in play, and I keep saying it's really cool. The fourth thing I wanted to talk about are obligations. Up to this point, most of our obligations have been pretty much the same. are forced to flip to your alter ego side, and you either exhaust and remove it from the game, or something bad happens. Except for Hulk, it forces you to flip to your other form, and it never goes away. Well, starting with this set, they really start to do interesting things with the obligations. And this scenario is obligation focused. Obligations are just simply just another type of encounter card, and that they meant to do interesting things with, but they wanted to get people accustomed to the format of the game, the different types of encounter cards first. For example, we have Stolen Memories. When revealed, you place the top 8 cards of your deck face down under this card. And then as an alter ego action, you discard a mental resource from your hand, and then you discard that obligation. So it says discard each face down card under this obligation. That's pretty neat. The thing about obligation cards, they do things, or they require you to do things as your alter ego, because this game is ideally supposed to be played a lot, like 80% of the time in the hero mode, one of the designers said. Obligation cards are one of those things that if you are avoiding alter ego mode, they will force you to go to alter ego mode. So that's pretty cool. Or how about this obligation? Depowered. As a temporal keyword, you cannot play hero-specific cards. That's rough. As an alter ego action, you discard a hero-specific card from your hand, and you discard this obligation. So as I said, the application cards are doing new and different things, and the interaction with your alter ego mode, and I think that's pretty cool. So those are the 4 reasons I am excited about the Once and Future Kang scenario pack. It's coming out in October, probably early October. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you later.